Looking for an easy and delicious dinner idea? Try this creamy chicken with asparagus and cherry tomatoes. Listen, in this video, I'll show you how to make this rich, flavorful dish that's perfect for any night of the week. Make sure you guys watch this video to the end for full instructions. Like always, let's get to it. All right, now, if you're new here, we like to get started with the prep first. The reason why we like to get started with our prep first is so we can get everything out the way and the cooking process can be smooth. So right now, I'm cutting up some parsley, but this part right here is actually optional. So it's really up to you. Get you a trash bag and put it by your station, man. That's the best way to keep everything clean as you go. So the next produce that you're gonna cut, that you're gonna need for this recipe, is you're gonna need some asparagus. So you wanna make sure that you cut that up. So we don't need the back part. The back part is very hard. You can't eat that part. I mean, if you want to, you can, but you don't have to. So cut that part off. Actually, we're gonna cut it 2 times. I'm just gonna make them like this. All right, so next thing you're gonna get you is 10 ounces of cherry tomatoes. Now this part is up to you. You can cut it or you can just keep them whole, but I like to cut it. Place these to the side. All right, and that is all for the produce. So all of this is what you need. The parsley is optional, but these 2 are like the main things that you'll really need. So it's up to you if you want to use the parsley. You know, it gives it a nice little minty, nutty flavor. So if you want to, go with the parsley, but this is all the produce you need. And now we're about to go ahead and start seasoning our chicken. All right, so next you want to get you some chicken thighs. You can get at least 3 pounds to 3.5 pounds, it don't matter. It's usually like 4 pieces of chicken thighs. You want to get that. Now I know everybody is skeptical when it comes to the chicken and whether or not to clean it or to just season it as you go. And I've done the research and you don't have to clean your chicken. I know that's like a controversial statement, but I promise you, you don't have to clean a chicken. If you want to clean it, clean it. Maybe y'all can explain to me in the comment section why you guys actually clean the meat. But yeah, let's get it. We don't need all this extra skin, so we're gonna cut off all the extra skin. The thing you wanna do is just make sure that you pat your chicken dry after you're done cutting it, cutting all that extra skin off. Next, you wanna add you some olive oil. This doesn't just help with seasoning the chicken, having the season stick to the chicken, but it also helps with the texture as well. So if you know, you know. But you want to pretty much oil it up with olive oil or any type of oil you have. I like olive oil because it's just a better oil for sauteing. So you can use any oil that you have on hand, but just know that olive oil or avocado oils are the best oils for sauteing meats. All right, so the first ingredient we're going to put in there, we're going to put in some salt. Add in some Cajun seasoning for a little heat. And lastly, you're gonna add in some pepper, some black pepper. Just wanna make sure that you mix it in there really good. Just make sure that you get under that skin too. You wanna make sure that you see the spot right here that's always get missed? Just wanna make sure that you rub some of that seasoning all in there. You wanna get that season up under the skin. And this is how the chicken should look. It should be fully seasoned. You wanna make sure that you get all around the chicken. And as you see, that's why we use the oil. The oil helps it stick really good. One pot. You don't need many pots. This is the only pot you need. Once the pan heats up, we're gonna go ahead and add in our oil, and then we're gonna add in our chicken as well. Then we're gonna start to sear our chicken. Just wanna make sure that you keep your area clean as you go, guys. So you wanna add in 1 tablespoon of oil or just enough to cover the bottom. You don't want to add in too much. Now I'm using a cast iron skillet, but you can use any skillet that you have. I like cast iron skillets because they heat up all around and there's no like pretty much no cold spots on a cast iron skillet. The whole thing heats up. So that's always good when you're searing chicken. You're going to go ahead and add in your chicken, skin side down. All right, so you're gonna cook this chicken for about 4 to 5 minutes on each side, or until the chicken is approximately 165 degrees Fahrenheit. And you want it to hold that temp for at least 15 seconds. I'm gonna place this pan right here, so once the chicken is done, we're just gonna place it over to the side. We call this mise en place. Mise en place is a French term for meaning that everything's in on reach. So it's like a cook's term. So you want to make sure that you have everything you need in orangery, so you don't have to keep constantly running back and forth. And I know that's a lot for a new cook. So if you do things this way, I promise you cooking will be a lot smoother. It may take a long time in the beginning, but as you get used to practicing and keeping things clean and all the things that you need close to you, I promise you it'll get better over time. It'll get faster over time, plus you will still maintain cleanliness. All right, after 4 minutes, this is what it looks like. So you want to turn it around. Once it gets that good char, you want to turn that around, okay? We're going to let that cook for 5 minutes. Now, this is the fatter side. This is the meaty side, so you want to make sure that side cooks the longest. Again, make sure that you get a thermometer for all my new cooks. You want to temp this chicken to 165 degrees Fahrenheit. This is how the chicken should look after 5 minutes. Now you want to just place it to the side. Now, the chicken is not done cooking just yet. The chicken is still going to continue to cook in the sauce, so don't start picking at it just yet, all right? It's not ready. It's not edible just yet. Want to place it to the side. All right, now we're going to add in our veggies. We're only going to add in our asparagus. We're going to add in our tomatoes towards the end. I'm going to saute these down for about 5 minutes. I'm going to add in our minced garlic, all right? So you can freshly cut you some mince. You can use garlic paste, whichever one you have. I have minced garlic. I didn't feel like cutting it, so we're going to go minced garlic. I'm going to stir those into that. Pinch of salt to it. If you made it this far in the video, let me know in the comment section where you're watching this video from. I'm interested to find out. Don't forget to like the video if you don't mind. Add in a half a cup of chicken broth. Now we are putting together our sauce. So after you add the chicken broth, you're going to add in some heavy creamer. Next, you're going to add in the seasonings that you added to the chicken. We're going to add a little bit more of the Cajun seasoning. Listen, season to taste. Make sure you're tasting this part as you go. A little more salt. Here's the fun part. We're going to add in some Parmesan cheese. If you get freshly grated Parmesan cheese, you're going to get better results because the cheese melts a lot better. And you can put as much cheese as you want, but the minimum, at least put a half a cup of it in there. All right, now that the sauce is bubbling and it's creamy, we're going to add in our 95% done chicken, and we're going to put it skin side up. And lastly, you can add in those tomatoes. This with a lid, and we're going to let this cook for about 10 to 15 minutes on low heat, okay? We're just going to cook that sauce all into that chicken. All right, and there you have it. Creamy chicken with asparagus and cherry tomatoes. Listen, make sure you guys try this out and let me know what y'all think in the comment section. If you watched the video this long, I appreciate the support. Also, I just want to say I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry that I haven't been dropping recipes, but don't worry. I have plenty now to upload. Until the next one.